Hi, it's Tisha. Welcome to Talk Time. Crypto versus SEC. Who is winning these lawsuits? As you know, the federal government, through the SEC, filed 3 lawsuits against crypto giant now. Ripple in 2020, Coinbase, and Binaka. Okay? So now what's going on with the Binaka? Well, we know that the U.S. citizen portions and the green card holders, those got dropped. Okay, and Coinbase, I can tell you, I'm not going to have access to my Coinbase anymore. So I think that has something to do with the litigation. So I'm signing up with PayPal now to get my Bitcoin. So what about Ripple? Ripple is the first one that is going to be decided. Why? Because Ripple started in 2020. I'm a legal analyst. Let's go over this together. Gary Gensler is the SEC chairperson. He's an attorney filing the lawsuit. He filed 3 times now. And, you know, this is not good for Binaka. Everybody said Binaka is the one that's mostly in the problem. So we're going to have 3 different outcomes here. 3 different judges. The United States is big. But guess what? This is showing us. The SEC went after Ripple, XRP, Coinbase, Binaka. The SEC is not going to stop until they get a favorable ruling. This is what is showing us here, that the SEC, the federal government, wants some skin in the game, okay? They too want to control the cryptocurrency. So I'm not scared. All these cryptocurrencies aren't going under, okay? So I'm in Bitcoin. I'm not coming out of Bitcoin. I'm staying in. The cryptocurrency, Sega, there is no way that the SEC can get rid of 23,000 cryptocurrencies. It's impossible. And even if they do, the cryptocurrency is still going to be used in different countries. Not only that, people who own cryptocurrency, they already own the cryptocurrency, okay? So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to do what's going on in China. They're going to lend the cryptocurrency out to their friends. They're going to use it to trade. Then they're going to fight over it, and it's going to be going into different court systems. So these are just the beginning, okay? The local courts will be getting lawsuits for cryptocurrencies in the near future. Why? Because 110 million people own Coinbase. I'm 47 years old. I own Bitcoin as well. Everybody owns a little bit of piece of these crypto stuff because we're all curious. We're all curious to see where this is going, you know? Is this the gold rush? What's going to happen now with all these little mom and pops that own it? They're going to give it to their kids. I'm already trying to give it to my kids. They're going to also be giving it to their neighbor. You know, I tell my neighbors about it, and they're also going to be using it to trade. And what's going to happen? Disputes are going to happen. And when disputes happen, these people are not going to end up in federal court. They're going to end up in state court, and they're going to be fighting over the crypto, and the judges are going to be ruling. And we see what happened in China, that cryptos are outlawed in China, okay? But crypto on a whole is still being used in China, and people were fighting over it, and a judge ruled, okay, in favor of the lawsuit. So it's not like they didn't have any standing to sue. So these 3 lawsuits mean really nothing, because at the end of the day, people already possess the crypto in their hands, and they're going to be using it. They're going to be using it to trade. So Gary had said, the SEO, he was an MIT college professor, and he said they have him on tape. Some of the lawyers for Binaka, Ripple, Coinbase, they're saying Gary's kind of biased. And I agree with them. I agree that the SEC, Gary Gensler, is kind of biased because he actually spoke to the executive of Binaka, and he was trying to be on the board, and he got turned down. So we don't know if he has strong feelings against the crypto market. We don't know if he's grudgeful. We know that SEC tend to favor Wall Street, and we know crypto is from Silicon Valley. So we do know that the New Yorkers and the Californias, Wall Street and tech, they don't really, mesh well. So the SEC tend to favor Wall Street. And we don't know if Wall Street uses power from, power and try to destroy the crypto. We don't know. But we know the lawsuits are good. We welcome them because at the end of the day, it's impossible for all 23,000 cryptocurrency to be illegal. Some of these cryptos are all hype. We see also that the SEC pointed out to 13 particular ones. Those they interviewed them, they talked to them. So we know those are going under. Those are the weakest link. But that's the issue. That's what I don't like about this lawsuit as well with Coinbase or the one with Ripple or any of them, is that the SEC used the weakest cryptocurrency to go after the strong ones. So it's like, how can you use the weakest link to go for the strong ones? But you see the argument, right? They just want to get into the court. They just want to win. SEC just needs one win. Okay, that's all they need. If they lose all three, they're going for another one. Government has unlimited money. That's why people are running from the dollar, Gary. You're wasting the money. You make us want more crypto, Gary. You're scaring us. You are scaring people, Gary. Another thing is that lawyers have that when Gary was on the MIT, there's a tape segment where Gary said, this is the SEC lawyer, that digital assets, cryptocurrencies should be considered digital assets. But now he's filing a lawsuit saying that they're security. Whoa, Gary. Whoa. Let me explain why I believe that cryptocurrencies are digital assets and not security. And even if they're security, then it's a hybrid. Some cryptocurrencies may be considered security. So they all have to go through a test. Some will be considered hybrid, where they're half security, half commodity. The third is that they should be exempt, period, because they are digital assets, which if it's a digital asset, it should be a currency. Example, Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin has blockchain. So that's the difference with some of these cryptocurrencies. They don't have blockchain. So how can they be considered currency? So do you see how there's three arguments to be made? Forget the Howey test. Yeah, let's do the Howey test. We know that Ripple passes the Howey test. Okay. So what we don't know about is the investment contract test. Will XRP pass the investment contract test? But Gary, let's look at what you said and let's see what the pattern is going on, Gary, to see how the courts should rule. Okay. Understand one more thing as well. This cryptocurrency is what the young generation is doing. Gary might not even own any cryptocurrencies, nor probably President Biden. Maybe a lot of these people don't know how cryptocurrency works. So that's another thing. If you don't know how it works, then there's a problem. Like I literally had to buy Bitcoin to know how it worked, and Shiba and all those and Ethereum. I just wanted to know what it was like because everybody was talking about it. So yeah, Gary said, as an MIT professor, that digital assets are currency. And I agree with that because Bitcoin, if you just register with the future, Bitcoin is seen as a currency. And we know that these cryptocurrency, not all of them, some of them are digital assets because they have value. They're going up like the stock market, and also they're creating passive income. People are staking them. They're lending them out so to mine more blockchain area, and they're getting a percentage on it. So what I think I'm just surprised that, the 101 page that SEC filed against Coinbase, it says all cryptos are illegal. So, that's like, whoa, but that shows you it's like, let them go ahead. That's SEC saying, let them go ahead and get themselves out. And I tell everybody, welcome the lawsuits. The lawsuits are good because there are 23,000 cryptocurrency. You do want some to get shaked out. Why would you want some to get shaked out? Because you want to know the ones that have value so you could buy them. So I said, welcome the lawsuits all the time. So my conclusion, what do I think? We're going to keep watching the lawsuits. We're going to watch Ripple. We're going to watch Coinbase. We're going to watch Banaka. The first one that's going to be decided any day now is Ripple. But Ripple's lawsuit, well, if the SEC wins on Ripple, then they're going to say, oh, look, I'm going to go to the Coinbase law judge and Banaka judge, and I'm going to show them that I won on Ripple. If the SEC loses on Ripple, they're going to just say, oh, well, we'll just put another one in. So the SEC isn't going to stop till they get a win. And how do I know that? Because they've got money. It's government. They have unlimited money. So there are a couple holes in the SEC argument that the attorneys should pick up on. And then we're going to analyze cryptocurrency. And I'm going to tell you why I think cryptocurrency, it may be three things. Cryptocurrency cannot be illegal because people already have it in their possession. So we know that it's going to be going into the court. So we know they're not going to rule that all cryptocurrencies are illegal. That's going to be an impossible statement. Number two, maybe some cryptocurrencies are hybrid. Have anybody thought about that? Maybe if they do not have a blockchain, maybe they're probably security. So maybe they need to do a new test and find out which one is hybrid. Number three, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is on a blockchain. Bitcoin is now considered digital assets and it's considered a currency. We know that Gary, SEC, said digital assets are currency back then. Of course, he files a lawsuit and said they're security. Whoa! 2 different times. I do get it. You can change the way you think about stuff. But this one is really extreme. So that's another reason I think that they are currency, is because these lawyers for Coinbase, Banaka, and Ripple, they've got Gary saying that they are teaching in a class in MIT saying digital assets are currency. Bitcoin, we know today, is a currency. It is now part of the Chicago Future Trades. And why I think Bitcoin and some of these like Shiba and their currencies is because you can use it to trade on the internet. So I cannot use my stocks to trade on the internet. I cannot send my target stocks or my whatever stocks, any stocks I own. I cannot send it to trade with somebody. I have to literally buy it, sell it, and then trade. So with cryptocurrency, it's going up, it's going down, and I can literally sell some to pay some bills on the internet. So I've never done that with a security before. So this shows that's why I say Gary really needs to own some of these stuff to understand these stuff. I had to own it myself to understand it. The fact that, forget that, because you cannot feel and see a stock. You can't. You can see though Amazon, you can see their, even though Amazon is an e-commerce digital asset, we can see Amazon trucks. You know, even though I buy a Target stock or a Pepsi stock or whatever, Home Depot stock, you know, I can't really see the stock, but I can see the physical building of Home Depot and Target. When I buy Bitcoin, there's no Bitcoin running around. I mean, people have stickers of a symbol of Bitcoin. I can't possess it in my hands, but I can use it on the internet and I can see where my money is going. And yes, Bitcoin had some scams, but now with the blockchain, I can actually trace it. So that is what legitimized Bitcoin. And that's why the SEC doesn't even sue Bitcoin. Okay. It's because Bitcoin is a legitimate currency. So now we just have to figure out those 23,000 crypto, which one is legitimate. I'm telling people 23,000 cryptos cannot all be legal. Okay. A lot of them are created through hype. I'm sorry to say some have been created through hype. So those are going to get flushed through the lawsuits. And that's good. Even though some people are going to lose money, it's still good to get rid of the ones that have no value. But some of these really do serve a purpose and they do have value and they're not security. And some might be a hybrid of a security. So why do I think some might be a hybrid of a security? Well, what if you can't trade it? What if I can't use it? You see what I'm saying? What if it doesn't have the features that Bitcoin has? You know? So we'll see. We will watch these lawsuits, but don't think that they're going to end here. Even if the SEC probably wins against Ripple, Ripple is probably going to appeal it. So it can keep going to the Supreme Court, you know, so SEC really don't have the last move at this moment in time, you know, so keep trading. That's all I said to people. But watch out, some of these cryptocurrencies really is just a hype. I'm Tisha Paul. Thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.